Hello, this is Manesh Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is May 10th, 2011. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the currency market. Before we begin, it's our normal disclaimer. This is for educational use only. We're not soliciting for you to buy or sell anything out there. All charts are either in Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or freestockcharts.com. Here are my contact details. If you have any questions, you can email me here, or you could go watch any of our videos on eiicapital.com, or you can follow us on Twitter at Ichimoku Trading. Okay, we got a lot to go through, so let's go through and start looking at the heat map, which is the first place we need to go to. If we can find it, there it is. Okay, remember for the heat map, this is our Ichimoku rating system. We're basically looking for 5 to 8 being bullish, where 8 is extreme bullish. -5 to -8 being bearish, where -8 is extreme bearish. D0 is the current daily Ichimoku rating. D5 is the Ichimoku rating from 5 days ago. Okay, so if you're looking at bullish scenarios, you need these values to increase, not decrease. W0 is the weekly Ichimoku rating, and W1 is the Ichimoku rating for 1 week ago. Okay, so basically you're looking for 5 or 6s on the daily time frame, where this is increasing from D5, and then the weekly supporting them. If you look at all these are decreasing, so that's not good at all. The weekly here is decreasing for the euro. That's not good. We're going to be covering those pairs anyways. Just scrolling down, this looks like it got a little more weaker here, but then the weekly got inverse, so that's not good. Scrolling down the list, not many opportunities at all. This one we could look at, well, again, the weekly went against us because that got stronger than the weekly. That's not good. Just scrolling down. Nothing really going on. This was okay, but look at the weekly. Weekly's going against us there. We could look at this one here, which is pound New Zealand. That looks like the only one, believe it or not. Looks like an opportunity there. Maybe Australian Switzy too. So pound New Zealand, Australian Switzy. And that is it. Wow, there's not much out there at all. So let's go look at the charts and start from there. Left hand side is always the weekly time frame. Right hand side is basically the daily time frame. So let's go look at Euro USD. Take a minute to pull up the chart, but it should pull up anytime now. If you look at the daily time frame here, state of influx already, you can see the weekly is still bullish trending. It held the Tinkinson. It's at a major support right now, 43.14. If it holds this and keeps on going higher, then we're going to have a bullish trend developing again to retest the highs and possibly blow past it. The level it has to break, is, believe it or not, is 45.96. If it gets above that, then the trend is going to remain intact bullish. If not, it's going to start going lower and possibly can go all the way to 39.06. Pound USD. If you look at pound USD, same thing on the weekly time frame. It's at a support. Over here in daily, it's a state of influx. So this really needs to get above 65.07 to go bullish again, or if it doesn't, then it starts breaking down. Then it's going to go all the way to the next support level, which is 60.044. Okay, let's go look at US CAD. US CAD last week started making a move up. You can see from the daily time frame, it's at a major support right now, which is at 97.68. 76, believe it or not. If it breaks down below there, then this thing's going to go lower, go back to 94, and possibly break it to go down even more. If it holds here, then this thing really needs to break above 97.09 to start a bullish trend to the top side, to start going higher and maybe start going and doing the counter trend against the weekly time frame. US Switzy. If you could see here on the daily time frame, it's in a pullback phase. It's trying to go back all the way up to 89.45. So right now this is bullish intraday to 89.45 or 89.23. Once it breaks that, then it can have a possibility of maybe starting a trend to the top side for on the daily time frame, but nothing yet. It's still very, very strong bearish on the weekly time frame. Australian USD. This is a currency pair that moved up in a short amount of time. It's very bullish. Last week it pulled back and then held and went back up. So this thing is still very bullish as far as both daily and weekly is concerned. So you could day trade that going to the long side. New Zealand USD was second bullish. You could see it came down to the occasion stand, held it. Right now it really needs to break above 79.68 in order to keep on going bullish. And you can see from the weekly it looks like a nice chart pattern to go bullish too. If it breaks down, it's going to go to 76.17. Okay, EURUSD. Just waiting for the charts. You look here. The weekly is basically consolidating pattern right here, and you can see from the daily it's pulling back up. Once it gets to 27.24, that's going to be a key level there, but the major one's 28.61. If it holds those levels, it could bounce off that, go lower, and possibly start a weekly trend going to the downside. So watch out for that one completely. Let's go back to the heat map, see what else was out there that we need to look at. Australian Switzy was one that we need to look at, and pound New Zealand. So let's go look at Australian Switzy. You could see, well, you could see from the weekly time frame it's just consolidating back and forth, really nothing there. The daily is little state of influx right now because Tinkins and Cadence are inverted, so really it needs to pull back some before it moves up. But I would set an alert probably here at 9600 and wait for price to at least get there. If it does, then it's possibly going to start breaking out to the high side. Next currency pair is pound New Zealand. This thing, if you look at the daily and weekly time frame, it starts moving down lower. This can start a trend to the downside. So this probably looks like a really good opportunity along with the New Zealand USD and also the New Zealand, Australian New Zealand out there. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it.